In this video we are going to discuss about how we can download the online e-resources record from the different publisher, either in MARC format or in the Excel format or in any format, and import them in Koha. These days almost every publisher or every vendor, they are giving the catalog or the record in the Excel file, or some of them are giving in MARC format. So it becomes easy for the library professionals to download those record and import them in the Koha database. So let's see first how we can do this. So I have prepared one stepwise instruction, and then we will follow these 5 instruction steps to import all the downloaded records from the different publisher. So in order to import the record, first we have to do, suppose we are downloading the online e-resources record in MARC format or the Excel file. So that Excel file again we have to convert into MARC format. So that first we have to instruct in Koha that will be taken care as a item type. So that code we have to define and description we have to give. So the first we have to create one item type as a e-resource or whatever you like, or your library says, librarian says, as per your policy. In this step 1 itself there is another portion, that is the create a framework. That framework will allow us to, when we are importing the data after conversion, so that will go and sit in the e-resource item type as per the framework which you have defined for e-resources. So after doing these two, second step we have to follow to create the authorized value. That will allow to instruct in Koha, the users will find the location of the document, because your catalog may be having the print document detail, online document, e-resources, CD, thesis, many things. So the user should find easy to know the detail of that particular item, whether it is online resource or where it is kept. So that we can do by creating one location. So let's take one example. In location we will create one value for our location, that is online. And in step 3 we will download the MARC file or convert the record into MARC format after downloading the record from publisher. And in 4th step we will make the file or downloaded record compatible to Koha, because whatever the record we download, whether it is in MARC or Excel, we have to make it compatible to Koha. If it is MARC file, then also we have to add some fields which are generally you will not find online, means downloaded record, because Koha has some other tags that has to be added before we import, like 952 tag having field like A, B, C, so all these field, and Y item type. So all these tag and sub fields we have to add, and then we have to finally in step 5 we have to import and browse the record in OPAC. So these 5 steps will follow, and then we will see how it is done. So let's start with the step 1 first. So I log in with the Koha user credential, and as I can see that I have to create first item type and then create one framework. So I logged in here. After login, I just go to Koha administration, and here I have to create item type. So I'll go to item type, and I can create by clicking on new item type. So to save the time, I have already created e-resources, and I have marked it as a not for loan. This will not be considered as the loan, means items for issue or return, because it is available online. Second, we have to do that, we have to create one framework. So for that we have to go to MARC bibliographic framework. So you can directly go to catalog and MARC bibliographic framework under administration. So here also I have created e-resources framework, but suppose you want to create one more, so just simply click on new framework, give the code here, give the description, and after giving description, remember that when it asks that you add the framework, so do not add your customized framework, because in downloaded record what happens, the publisher may be using some standard tags or maybe using the whole tags for describing the description of the all element of that particular item, or might have taken the record from Library of Congress or other server. So if you are importing your customized framework into your created framework, so that may miss some information. So it is suggested that when you create framework, take the default one, the structure, all the tags will be visible in this. So when we import any record, it will go and sit in respective tags and their subfields. And the third one, we have to create the authorized value. So for creating the authorized value, we have to go to the location category, that LOC, and when we click on LOC, it will show all the created value. So I have already created one online. If you want to create, just create new authorized value for LOC. So when you click on this, it will ask you to enter authorized value code. Remember, the code should not have any space in between, else it will create problem in generating the report or even defining the location. Then in description you can give whatever the document describes, like online resources. You can expand it also, and if you make any mistake, you can edit it also later. So suppose I have written only online, so I'll just add one more word, online resource. So it will be self-explanatory. User can easily understand that this is not available physically in the library. So you can notice that these two steps we have finished. Now the third step is that download the MARC file or convert the downloaded Excel file into MARC format. So that conversion I am not going to discuss. I will directly download. I will see that which publisher is giving the MARC file ready. So let us go to the internet, and I'll type here, I'll just search in Google Emerald. So there may be two things. First thing, that if you are subscriber of this Emerald, so the publisher directly can send you the subscribed content list in the MARC format, so that will be more easy for you. But in case you do not have the subscription and you want to download some record, this may be used for different purposes, this MARC file, that I'll discuss when I discuss in acquisition. So let's go here, find out that what we are going to do. So I'll directly go to librarians, and let's see if I get something here. Yes, I'll just come down. Okay, so I did not find so far any detail. Okay, let me go to case studies. Here also I don't find anything. So why I am showing this? Because I don't want you directly to go to and download. The purpose of showing this is that you have to explore from the different publisher that whether they have the document or not, or you have to request the publisher. So let's go to support and see, is there any content available? Yes, we can see that there is a MARC record available. So you can click on access the MARC records, and here the year wise you can find that the MARC records are available. So I'll go here and I'll download the record accordingly. So I'll find the interesting one, which is of my use, or even I can go to Mark Record Archive and I take library studies. So yes, this library studies ebook collection.mrc. So I'll just download this. I'll just click on OK. So it will get downloaded into download folder, and okay, that is done now. So I will come to this part later. Now I have to locate my file where it is downloaded. So perhaps it is available at desktop, so we don't have to worry and don't have to locate. So I'll just close everything. I'll minimize this. I'll minimize this also, and I'll find this one. Okay, so this file is, now we have this file, and the next step we have to follow, that we have to make this file as per our step 4. We have to make this file ready or compatible as per the Koha. So for making this, we need one tool that is called Mark Edit tool, and this Mark Edit tool I have installed in Ubuntu, but if you are not comfortable in Ubuntu, so you can use in even Windows operating system. So I'll start that one. I'll go to I'll just start. When it starts, so I'll just start this markedit.exe. Okay, so now it is started. Once the MarkEdit application is open, now we have to open the MRC file which we have downloaded from Emerald website. So to open this, we have to open the Mark editor, and from here we can click on open. And if you are working in Linux operating system, so it is important to note that in which partition of your hard disk the Linux is installed, otherwise it will be difficult for you to locate. So that's why I told that, I mentioned that if you are not comfortable with Linux, and you can do the same in Windows. So in my case it is available here in 9. So I locate my file, library desktop, and since it is MRC file, so I can see here it is available. And now in this file I can see that there is no 952 tag available. Why? Because the publisher or any vendor or any content provider, they do not assume that you are using Koha. So it is as per the international standard Mark 21, and it is cataloged. But since we have to import in Koha, so we have to make it compatible as per our plan. So to make this compatible, we have to ensure that our 952 tag with subfield is added before we import. If it is not added, so what will happen, that the data which you are importing will not sit in the proper framework, and also it may not be visible. So we have to configure or add in this this one MRC file these 5 subfields A, B, C, Y and 942C. Let's see how we can add. We can click on tool, and we can click on add delete, and then it will open the batch editing tool. This is very important tool, and here we have to add the field. So 952 is the field, and the data is /, then $A, we have to mention here the library code because A is the home branch. So in my case the library code is CLIB. Similarly for B, current branch, that is also is CLIB. C is location. So for location I created ER, that is e-resources, no, OL, that is the online, and then $Y. Y is item type, that is ER. So I have to add very carefully because if I do not add properly, so the data may not go and sit in respective subfield. So you have to be very careful, even including the space and the delimiter. All these you have to keep checking and you have to add accordingly. Now I click on add field. So I can see that in 79 fields it has been added, and we can locate it at the bottom of the every item. So in 952 subfield is A, CLIB, B, CLIB, C, OL, and $Y is the ER. Suppose I commit any mistake and I have to add something or replace something. So it is very simple. Since it is common data for all the items, we can select from here to end, right click and replace. So you can see this particular information is available. You copy the everything from here to here. Properly you copy and paste it below, and whatever you want to change you can replace it. So this is the method, very useful tool. And finally we have to add one more field, that is the 942C, that is the item type. So I'll add here 942 and the data $$Y and $C, CLIB. No, that is the item type. So ER. So actually the difference between 942 and 952 Y is both are item type, but 942 $C, this is the item type for the first page when we catalog the item and enter the record. So we update the first page that contains the bibliographic description. So in the first page we add the information to 942 $C item type. When we save and move to the next page, that contains the item detail like library, branch, location, and there we have to add the item type in 952 $Y field. So this is, so here I just click on add field. So it will be added to 79 because 79 records are there. And now I just save it as this file as desktop, and no, not here, in my desktop, library, desktop, and I directly save it as a library. So this will get saved as MRC library. Just close this, or you can minimize this and just go and see. So the library MRC is available. You can see that it is logged, so we can give the permission to this file so that while importing it may not create any problem. chmod space 777, I am giving full permission, library.mrc. Now if you see, the color of this file is also changed to green. It means it has some permission. And now it's time to import the record. So we are ready to go as per our plan. We have made this file as per Koha compatibility, and now we will import it into the Koha. So just open the login with the Koha credential and when we log in here, we have to see that there are two things in tools. There are two things. First, we have to go to stage mark record for import. That will go and sit in reservoir. And there, if you find that no, there is something wrong in the data, so you can delete, clean it, and again you can import. And once you are satisfied, so you have to move to the second after importing to reservoir. So it will go and sit in the database. So let's go with the first option first. So when we click here, it will ask you to open the file, and when I click on upload file, it will check all the detail, and it will ask me to enter the file name. Suppose I enter here ER, and when I click on stage for import, so it will import and sit in the reservoir. After that, after importing to reservoir, if you are not satisfied with the content, so in that case you can delete or clean it and make, if there is any error or something, so we can correct it, and after that we can re-import it. So it may take little time based on the system processing speed, because if the data number of data is more in your file, MRC file, so it may take longer time, and if it is less data, then it may process faster. So we have to wait till it gets imported. So we can see here it has imported 79 records, and it has staged in the reservoir. Now it is up to us that whether we want to import, finally we are going to take it or not. So I am just satisfied with my importing records, so I'll just click on manage staged records. So I am moving to the second stage, where I have to take all the data into my record. So I'll just click on import this batch into the catalog. Here you have to be very careful. Once you click on this, I did not choose the framework. I was supposed to choose the framework here, which we created ER. I just clicked here, but we are supposed to choose the framework. So it will go and sit in the respective framework, and it will show the record accordingly. So once it is over, the importing part is over, we can go to catalog and we can search it. So it will show all the records imported, and from there we can find all the information. It may take little time. So it has successfully imported all the records. Let's open the online public access catalog, and here I type, for example, Emerald. Let me search with Emerald, and I click on go. So if it finds the record with the Emerald or containing anywhere Emerald, so it will throw the output and show in the list. You can see here it has shown total 141 result. Earlier also I have imported some record from Emerald, that's why it is showing. Now you can see it has listed, and we can see that it is showing that publisher name is Emerald, And now I will explain here a very informative things, like this is the title, edited by, then material type, format, and then publisher, copyright date, and this you can notice that online access. If I click on this, it will directly take me to the book, and here I can, if I have access, I can go to the chapters and I can download the chapters. If I do not have access, I cannot download the chapters. Okay, so this is about the online access. And the availability, you can notice that it is showing items available for reference. So if I cannot take it because it is online resource, I cannot issue in my name. So when I click on that particular link, I can find here that status is not followed, location is Central Library online resource, item type is e-resource. You can see that content is given here, all the detail, all the DDC, LOC detail is given here, ISBN number, then content type, description, publisher, copyright, series with the link. So all the detail we can find about the data which we have just imported from the downloaded record. So hope this video will help you to import the record or data from the different other publisher, not only the online resource but also case studies and e-journals. I have taken only one example, so you can request the publisher to send the detail in the MARC format. You can just modify a little bit and import in Koha. So I welcome your suggestion and comment. Thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you and have a nice day.